G'day guys, I'm Biggest Kev. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm back out bush. I've got out here. I'm on bail. Yeah, and I've returned to a spot that I've been to previously. There's some old timer diggings here at the bottom of this incline, this hill. They've dug a shallow stope or a trench sort of thing, and then up the slope they've been digging these test holes. And I've been here before and I did a test down the bottom here. I took a bit of dirt home and panned it out, but there was nothing in it. But I've come back because I recently saw a video on YouTube. It was by BK Gold Detecting, and in his video he pointed out that if you come across diggings at the bottom of a slope, and then you see test holes going up the slope, it means that the old timers found something. They got a sniff, maybe a few specks of gold in the pan, but it made me come back to this spot after watching BK's video. I thought, yeah, I'll come back here and I'll take some samples from the test pits up the slope. I'll take samples from those, and I'm going to take another sample from down below here on this bit of it sort of slopes down and it flattens off where we're standing now. It sort of flattens off a bit and then it runs away again and goes down to a creek. And I haven't been down to the creek to do any panning down there because it's really overgrown and it's snake heaven down there. Yeah. So anyway guys, I'll get on with it and I'll just show you what I'm doing. The grass, when I was here last time, it was in the summer and all the grass was all gone, but the grass is back now throughout winter rains and through spring. It's all come back, so it's hard to see what I'm doing or where their diggings are. It's down here anyway, it's a bit hard because of the long grass. But I'll just I'll spin you around and I'll just take you on a walk and I'll just show you where the diggings are. And the diggings start around here, sort of around here, and then it goes through this way. I'm not sure, you wouldn't be able to see it. What I'll do is I'll put a clip in of my old video when I was here in the last summer, and you'll see there's just a shallow trench. It's only probably about a foot, 2 foot deep trench that they've dug. And then when you look up slope, up that way, going up the hill, in a straight line, straight up through there, they've dug all these test holes. And some of them they would have had to blast because they went into the rock. Anyway guys, I'll get my shovel and pick and bucket and we'll go for a walk. Okay, I'll take a sample from out of this pit. This will be sample number 1. Okay, I tried to dig down the floor. I dug a hole there, pulled all those rocks out, but there's a lot of vegetation, like rotted down vegetation in the hole, and I've hit solid rock. So what I'm going to do, there's the waste pile there that they dug out of here. I'm going to dig down into the waste pile and I'm going to take a sample of that. All I want to do is find 1 or 2 specks in the pan. That's all we need to tell us that they're onto the gold. Okay guys, there's sample number 1, and this is on the waste dump. There's the big hole there that the old timers dug, the test pit, and this is on the waste pile I've just dug into the top. Okay, they've dug another shallow costine just here in the reef, in the quartz reef. This quartz reef runs all the way through here, from the bottom right up to the top. We'll have a look up further, see if there's a better digging. Okay, we've dug another hole here. We're almost at the top of the hill, and they've taken another sample here. So, or another hole I should say, a test pit. So I'll take a sample here, and that's it. Then I'll head back down the hill and take a sample down the bottom. Okay, sample number 2, and I've dug that out of the waste pile. Hope you can make it out. There's the hole over there that they dug. They put waste on this side of the hole, and they also put some rocky waste on the other side. And if you look at this material, I hope you can see, I hope this camera's doing it justice. It's a really rusty oxide colour material. That'd be all in this hill, I'd imagine. Yeah, so anyway, that's sample number 2 done. We'll go back down the bottom now and take a 3rd sample. Yep, always fill in your holes, guys. Fill the hole back in. This is a country I'm wandering around in. Fairly steep, hilly area. This is a trench here. I hope you can make it out. They've dug through here, into the rock and down into the clay. There's a clay layer in here. So we're down below the diggings. Those diggings are back up there, so we'll take a sample here. Okay. Now, I've dug this hole here. This is in the trench that the old timers dug. I've dug down into the floor, and it's clay. I hit all this clay oxidised clay, that orangey red colour, and there's also gravel in there. There's broken down gravel, bits of quartz, ironstone, granite, all that sort of stuff. It's all mixed in here. I'll just show you a piece. There's a piece of quartz. Yeah, it's all broken down and shed from up top, washed down here. Now my theory is the old timers dug this trench here and they got some specks of gold in their pan. That's what I'm thinking, because this clay layer, that would have caught any gold when it was washed down this slope thousands, millions of years ago, when we had big floods and that. All the water washing down this slope. Any gold would have stuck to this clay. So anyway, we'll find out if my theory is correct. Check out this outcrop, guys. Now, where I was sampling was just over here. And then you've got this big granite outcrop. It's like a waterfall. Imagine millions of years ago, the water would have been racing down over the top of this, and over there would have been racing down. It's still, there's a slope at the bottom there, and you can see the bedrock all sticking up. I'll just zoom this in a bit. See all that there at the bottom there? That's all bedrock still at the bottom of the outcrop. But just down here, away from the outcrop, just here, this is a flat area, and if you look just here, I don't know if you'll make it out where that real bright green grass is there. That's a hole. Someone's been digging there, so my guess is it's the old timers. They had a bit of a scratch here as well. So I'll take a sample here as well. I'll dig down here, take a sample, and yeah, then I'll have a few samples to take home, pan out and see if I can find what the old timers found. Okay, sample number 3, guys, and there's your granite outcrop down below on a bit of a flat bit of ground here where the old boys have been hunting around. And I'll just show you this, what's in the hole. Look at that, guys. It's all gravelly, loamy material. There's a piece of quartz. It's all quartz, ironstone, and broken down granite. Yeah, decomposed granite, and it's formed this clay layer. And sort of the clay layer's on top of this gravel. Yeah, so I've dug through that clay and I've dug into the gravel. Yeah, I don't know. I think the old boys found something here, but hopefully in these samples that I've taken, I'll get 1 or 2 specks. As always, guys, backfill your holes, fill them in. That took me about 5 seconds to fill in, and it was harder digging the hole. Easy filling it back in. Do the right thing. Okay guys, I'm back from the bush, and I'll set up those 3 samples, bag 1, 2 and 3, or samples 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to pan sample 3 first. That was at the bottom of the hill, the sample I took, because the old timers, they would have found a trace of gold at the base of the hill. Then they would have went up the slope chasing it to look for the source. So I've got the pan here. I'll just set this up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, pan number 1 and sample 3, guys. Yeah, that's one. We'll do this one first. Just see if I can show you a bit of gold. I'm really curious to see if if there's anything in it. I haven't classified it or anything. I'm just I'm just doing it bare knuckle stuff. And we'll just see if the old timers were onto something. I think they were. They must have found something there. Maybe they started sampling at the creek and then they worked their way up to the base of that hill. I'll get down to that creek one day and I'll have a look. Okay. Righto guys. Right, hope you can see what I'm doing here. Let's have a look. Let's just see if we can get a speck of gold. I only want to see one speck, just to prove it up that there is gold. Nothing there. A little bit of black sand, but no, I can't see any gold. I'll have a look under my jeweler's loop in all that fine material, but they would have seen, if they got onto some gold there, they would have saw it in the pan. They would have seen a speck or two. Okay, this is the last pan, guys. The last pan of that sample 3, and nothing. Nah, not a single speck. And that's looking under my jeweler's loop. I couldn't see anything. But oh well. See there. There's a lot of quartz in this material. But the old timers, they must have found something there. They must have got a few specks. Okay, let's have a look. Can I show you a speck of gold that the old timers were onto? No, not a single speck, guys. Whatever they found, they would have seen decent specks in the pan for them to march up that hill and take all those dig those sample pits. They would have got a sniff down the bottom of that hill somewhere. Anyway, I've got sample 1 and 2 to go through. We'll do those next. Okay, sample number 2, and this was taken up on that slope. Out of the waste pile of one of those test pits that the old timers dug. So this was from the waste pile of a test pit up on the slope. Yeah, and we only want to see 1 or 2 specks, decent specks that we can see in the pan. That's what we're looking for. show you something. Nice big chunk of quartz. Okay, let's have a look. No, nothing. Nothing there, guys. Not a single speck in that pan. Okay, what I'll do is I'll go through the rest of the bag and I'll get back to you if I find anything. Okay, this is the last pan of sample number 2, and so far nothing, guys. Not a speck. But oh well, I gave it a go. And, yeah. I've got another bag here yet. I've got bag number 1. Plus I've got all that material in the bucket. All that material in the bucket that I dug from the bottom of that ground outcrop. So I've still got all that to go through yet. But gee, it's not looking very good. There's a lot of quartz in this material. Okay, let's have a look. Can I show you as a piece of gold? I want to see a piece of gold. I want to know if those old timers found anything. Because they did a lot of work there. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh well. Sample number 1's next. Okay. Pan number 1 of sample number 1. And sample number 1, if you can remember, was the first big piece of quartz. Was the first test bit that they dug up above that that trench they dug down at the bottom. So they dug that trench at the bottom of the slope, and then the very first test hole above that trench is where this came from. And it's it doesn't look very good, this material. There's a lot of gravel in it, but it just doesn't look right. That the decomposed granite is the better looking material. But who knows? Maybe this holds the gold. Okay, let's have a look, guys. Can I show you a bit of gold in this pan? Not looking like it. Looking pretty sad. No. Not a skerrick. Oh well. I'll work my way through this bag and I'll get back to you. Okay, this is pan number 2 of sample number 3, and that first pan that I did, guys, there was a little piece of metal. I saw it under the jeweler's loop, and it's gold. It's sort of gold with a bit of silver on it. So I've stuffed it up. I've got it in the stuffer bottle, and I'll put it under the microscope and we'll have a look just to confirm if it is gold. It does look like gold, yeah, with a silver sort of a tinge to it. Gold in the middle with a silver outline sort of thing. That's what it looked like under the jeweler's loop. So anyway, it's in the stuffer bottle. We'll have a look at it later. You wouldn't see it through the camera. It was pretty small, but gives me a bit of hope. Maybe it is gold. I hope it is. See if we can get another bit out of this pan. A bigger piece, as you can see. Yeah, it was only a very small piece of metal, because I looked at it and I thought, oh, maybe it's off me shovel or something, but it's actually it's got a gold colour, yeah, colour about it. So the microscope will show us more. What I'll do is I'll put it in the pan later, and I'll put my magnet over it. And if the magnet picks it up, then we know it's just a bit of steel. Nope, nothing. Okay, I'll get back to you with the last pan. Okay, sample number 3 and the last pan, guys. And I didn't like the look of this sample because it looks like it's got a lot of decomposed vegetation in it. Pieces of quartz. Okay, let's have a look here. Can I show you some gold? No. There is a couple of little sparkly bits at the back there. I might just have a look under the jeweler's loop, just see. I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, pan number 1 of that material that I took from the bottom of that outcrop, that granite outcrop, the big waterfall. This is a material that I dug from the bottom, and it looks pretty good. I've already classified it down, so I've just got all the fine material, and that material looked pretty good. It looked like decomposed granite, and there was a lot of quartz in amongst it as well. So, oh well, we'll see how we go with this. And what I thought was a piece of gold, that bit of metal I said looked golden with a bit of silver around it. The magnet picked it up, and under close inspection, yeah, it was just a bit of swarf off the shovel. Yeah, so false alarm. So yeah, nothing so far, guys. Not a thing. It really surprised me because I thought we'd see a couple of specks at least, because those old timers, they must have saw something there. They must have. But maybe they saw some gold down in that creek and then they followed it up down there in Snake Gully. Right. Let's have a look, guys. I really hope I can show you a bit of gold. Show me a bit of gold too. I'd like to see some gold. It doesn't look like it though. No. Nothing. Okay, I'll keep panning. I'll get back to you. Okay, this is pan number 4, and I saw some microscopic, what I think is microscopic gold, guys, under the jeweler's loop. I snuffed it up. I'm going to have a look under the microscope. Yeah, I've got to show you something. So I'll put that under the microscope, and I might get some more microscopic gold in this pan as well. If I do, I'll snuffer it up, and then at the end I'll put it, empty the snuffer into the pan, and then I'll put it under the microscope and we'll have a look and just see if there is microscopic gold, because even if it's microscopic, at least it tells you that there is gold in the area. So that's what we'll do. I mean, I'd rather find flakes that I can easily see in the pan, but I suppose at least if I can see that there is gold there. I mean, this was taken from the bottom of that granite outcrop, so maybe if I'm getting fine microscopic gold at the top, maybe if I dig down deeper, there could be some heavier gold that sunk to the bottom. Righto, let's have a look here. That's what I'll see in the microscopic gold, just up the back here, in the dregs. There's going to be more there, I think. I'll have a look under the jeweler's loop, and I'll get back to you with another pan. Okay guys, last pan, and I think I'm seeing gold in the pan, but it's that microscopic stuff. Yeah, so I won't really know for sure until I look under the microscope, but I'll do that. At least it'll tell me that the gold is present in that area, and who knows, maybe at the bottom of that big outcrop there might be something down the bottom of that. Maybe I'll have to take my metal detector out there, dig down a bit and metal detect. Who knows. Anyway, this prospecting, this just gives us an idea. Okay. Bit of water in the pan. Okay, let's have a look, guys. Can I show you one big speck? Just one big speck. Not looking good. No. That bit of that clay up the back there. But that's where all that micro gold is. It's just sitting up in here in the back of the pan there. So I'll snuffer it up, or I'll dump it. I'll dump the snuffer in the pan when I clean it up, and yeah, we'll have a look under the microscope. Okay guys, I'll see you at the wrap up. Well guys, yeah, another dud. Didn't do very well. I did get some microscopic specks out of that last sample that I panned out. The material that I got from the base of that big granite outcrop, yeah. And as you saw, the hole I dug was probably only, I don't know, 6 maybe 8 inches deep. And the material that I took out of that hole and brought home and panned out, and what I thought I could see were little specks of microscopic gold. They were. And when you see the pictures, you'll see some of the pieces I've got them marked as copper, because that's what it looks like. But when I was talking to a geologist, he told me that the gold and the copper can basically fuse together and become another metal, an alloy. Yeah. So the copper and the gold can fuse and become a gold copper alloy, and that's maybe what I'm seeing. But there is some other specks there that are actually gold. They're pure gold, and then you'll see the orangey coloured copper looking specks. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I might go back to that outcrop, the base of that outcrop, and just have a bit of a snoop around there one day. Yeah. So because I know the gold's there. The other samples I took go at the base of that hill where the old timers had sampled a long time ago. Nothing there, and the 2 test pit holes up the slope. Nothing in those samples. Not to say there was nothing there, but I didn't get anything in my samples. So yeah. So anyway, I'll leave that outcrop for another day. I'll go back there, and I'll pick a spot and I'll try and dig down as far as I can. I might even go closer to the outcrop and try and hit the bedrock and just take all the material off the bedrock. That might be another idea. Yeah. Okay guys, I think that's all I've got to say. Not much else. I was glad to get out there and have a hunt around. I've got other spots out there that I want to go and investigate as well. So weather's been good. My back's on the mend. It's actually that shoveling and throwing that pick around actually made my back feel a bit better. So maybe I just needed some exercise. Yeah. Okay guys, cheers. Yeah, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching my videos and subscribing. I've picked up a lot of subscribers in the last month. Thank you very much, and giving me the mighty thumbs up. I appreciate you all guys. Thank you. Be good, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.